Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the 33rd installment of the NP podcast. Yes, I said it right again. It's not the Nerdperior podcast anymore. So today, guys, we got the most anticipated guest on the podcast. I wanted him to be my first guest before I even made this podcast. He knew about the podcast before I ever started it. What's up, Robyo9?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great. So, guys, before we start, I'm going to close chat because it distracts me. Shout out to everybody in the stream right now, including Nerdperior, Vegas, Robyo9, Riley, CSM Rouge, Daniel, and Delante. What's up, everybody? Thank you. So sorry I had to get that out of the way. What's up, Robyo9?
Nothing much. I mean, I'm good. How are you doing?
Dude, I'm fine, okay? It's actually exciting to get you on after so long. You were supposed to be my first guest, but then I was like, I wanted you to wait. I wanted you to face reveal first, and then that never happened. So now we just have a picture of you in the face cam anyways.
Don't worry, that picture is it's very close to what I look like. Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, I can confirm this is like a 99% match. This is actually a picture of Kamal as a child.
Yeah, dancing on the street.
So what caused you to dance on the street and like blow up like that? That was insane. Like, I didn't know you started YouTube back in like 2010.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, my brother, he just started singing the song.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I think it goes like Di Kalata.
Di Kalata, and then it speeds up. Bro, that video, I mean, we were talking about this before we started the podcast, but that video killed me so bad. Like, I love that video so much.
Yeah, I was watching, it makes me smile, you know?
Yeah.
It's so happy, just dancing around.
Like, it's just the best video on the internet. So,
yeah, for sure.
So, I got a question for you.
Okay.
And you're taking the spotlight right now, but I want to hear your whole YouTube history. I want to hear like how you started and why you started. I want to hear every like notable detail or just details that like mean something to you. I want to hear it all. So you think you can do that? All right.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so
because you never even told me this. Like, I mean, I've probably gotten bits and pieces, but I want to hear like the entire story.
All right, so I mean, from the beginning, like from the early days of YouTube, when I would watch like clips here and there, I remember I would get emails from like my family members sending me little clips of, you know, whatever's happening on YouTube. When I was like maybe 8 or 9, then around 9 and 10 is when I started to watch a lot more gameplay videos, right? And from like maybe Minecraft to Call of Duty, and like I played Uncharted at the time, and I watched a lot of Uncharted tutorials. So that will play in later, the tutorial part.
Yeah.
But anyways, I always thought that was so cool that you could like record your screen and like put that on a platform. And then I saw people like PewDiePie do like Amnesia, and KSI do all this Amnesia and cool, scary, like the Slenderman stuff, and
I miss that so much.
Exciting gameplay, and even like FNAF, like all that exciting gameplay and just all of that really made me think of like, wow, this is like so cool. I would love to do this. But as a kid, you know, I thought, okay, no one's gonna take me seriously. This is just like it's gonna be silly, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then once I became kind of old enough, I thought, you know, after Zombies Chronicles came out, I just had this weird feeling like, you know, maybe I could just try it, because like I found out that the PS4 could record gameplay, and I was like, okay, that's insane. Like, that's a feature that everyone had always wanted. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I decided, all right, I'm gonna create a YouTube channel. The first day I didn't really know what to post, but the first thing that came to mind was the Uncharted tutorials. So I posted a tutorial on how to get the shield on Origins.
Yeah, I remember.
No
watching that
commentary,
video.
just gameplay. No background music, literally words, and like, like just words on the screen. I just put text.
Don't you?
Windows Movie Maker, and I remember I got the gameplay. I put a USB in. Yeah. When's the last time you used a USB? I put it in the PS4. And then I put the gameplay on there. We're on my laptop, and I used Windows Movie Maker, which isn't even here today. I'm pretty sure they got rid of it.
Yeah, I remember everybody talking about Windows Movie Maker and like having a similar story of that's how they made videos. And I'm like, I've never seen Windows Movie Maker on a computer before.
The reason why I got it is because I think I got like the last year it was here in 2015. I had a project I had to do, and I didn't know, like, I didn't want to use my phone, right? I didn't want to use iMovie. I wanted to use my laptop. So I was like, okay, what can I use? Then I remembered something about Movie Maker. My friends told me like a few years ago. I was like, oh, okay, let me try that. I searched it up on the Play Store or whatever, and I downloaded it. And then like a few years later, I hear people saying like, oh, it's no longer there. I'm like, oh, what? But yeah, it still works. You know, even though they took it down. But
yeah.
Anyway, going back. So I would take the gameplay, I put it in the Movie Maker, put the text, and upload it. And then just that process of making a video was so rewarding. And I think I have like 60 views on that video, but I remember I got like 10 views after like a few days. And I was
That's a crazy number when you start a channel. Like, I never started out by posting videos. I started out by streaming, but I can imagine 10 views at your first video is actually like nuts.
Yeah, like that first initial 10 views was so exciting to me that like it fueled my passion even more for YouTube. Right? And then I decided, okay, I want to start making videos. I want to make my content better. How can I do that? Now, the resources I had to me, you know, I'm very grateful. I had a fully functional laptop, a fully functioning PS4, and a TV, which, excuse me, which is all I needed.
Corona.
No, I was just choking.
That's actually that's the exact same thing how I started my setup. I had a snowball, a laptop, a TV, and a PS4. And, like, the laptop didn't even work. Barely.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to include. I had my iPhone 5C that I would record my audio on.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Dude!
The audio was actually pretty good. Like, I remember watching a video. This guy starts with a Z or something. It's some quirky name. Like Zayal, I don't know, I forgot. Anyways, he said like in one of his top 5 tips for starting a YouTube channel to use your phone, and that was such a good tip because your phone is gonna have a good mic. You make calls with it all the time.
That is true.
Okay, perfect. So I used my phone, and you know I recorded my audio, sent it to myself, and I uploaded like my first ever videos. And those tutorial videos that I kind of made were very easy to make, you know?
Yeah,
you didn't need to have skill, you need to grind for hours, and it just felt so amazing. Like, getting gameplay for those videos felt fun, which I'll get into later.
Yeah, dude, no joke, I was getting gameplay for a video a few weeks ago, and like, I was genuinely enjoying myself, and when I made the video, I felt, it felt more complete that I was using like the gameplay I just got, you know? But that's so funny you talk about, because I just noticed that recently, because I never like intentionally got my gameplay. I just pull it from like some video I recorded and never uploaded, you know?
But then anyways, later on during that summer, I was pretty bored, right? I didn't have much going on. I think I went to summer school that summer, but even after that, like, I didn't have much going on.
Wait, why'd you go to summer school?
I forgot. I think I just took a course early.
Oh.
Might have been history.
Okay,
yeah,
so anyway. You're a nerd. So you're a nerd, not a retard.
Okay, anyways. So after like maybe a few weeks into July, I decided, okay, I want to start live streaming because that year I was exploring so many people doing live streams on YouTube and finding new people. That's how I found you.
Yeah, how did you find? Well, you found me through Linux because he was a mutual friend.
Yeah, you were just in the chat, and then I found your channel.
Yeah, let me interrupt you guys let me interrupt you. But how we found each other was we had this mutual friend, which I don't even know how I met him because he came into my streams, and then I ended up going to his streams. He was at like, I don't know, 10, 20 subscribers at the time, and we became friends. And then we met each other through his streams, and you were at like 15 subscribers when I was at like 50 or so, and that's how we became friends. And like, that's so awesome how that worked out. Is like, I don't talk to that guy ever, but like, I'm glad that like we became friends through that. And that's crazy how relationships can be built like this, because that was 3 years ago, back in summer of 2017.
Oh yeah.
But
that's a long time ago.
Yeah, it is. Continue with your story though.
Alright, yeah, so the whole thing about live streams blowing up, I was like, okay, I really want to do this. It's cool. So the first few live streams, I didn't use a mic because I couldn't record on my phone. I had to use the default PS4 mic. Now, I didn't have like an actual mic. So when you buy a PS4, it comes with that one earbud, really crappy.
Yeah.
So bad. So I used that. I still have it in my drawer. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Oh
is it
God.
In your P drawer? You keep it in the P drawer?
But yeah, anyways, it's a really bad mic, so I just didn't bother using it. So that was how it was for some of the first few live streams. I did like high round attempts, pretty typical stuff.
Yeah.
But then after that, I decided, why not just put a mic, you know? It's much easier to talk to chat, because I actually had some people come and chat. Now I'd have to like pause the game, type on my laptop.
Oh my God. I know, I've known people who've done the same thing.
So what I would do is like, okay, I'll just have a mic, you know, people come and chat, just say hi. I did that for a while. You know, and then after a little bit, I did start to make a few gameplay videos, kind of, where I would kind of commentate on some things. Like I do like some Easter egg end or whatever, or I made also some dumb memes at the time. Like, you remember the rest in peace? Like, I died on the moon on like round 54.
Yeah, and that video inspired me to make my own video, like based off your video, and it was so crappy. Like, yeah, I remember that. I think I spammed that video with like 30 comments. I was this is like the best. I genuinely thought that was the funniest video I've ever seen. Like, it was so hilarious, and then it inspired me. I remember that day I watched your video. I was like, I'm gonna make my own version of Robyo9. Well, your mailbox at the time, but I made my own version of that, and I thought it was not nearly as good, but it was like, I just thought that video was so amazing that you made that, and it was so funny.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so I did that for a while, and I was live streaming at the same time too. So making videos and live streaming. Now, my schedule during the summer was pretty frequent. At least once a week, I'd have something to happen. Okay, during the summer. And then once school started, I didn't really do much. My last thing I ever did was like the round 100 attempt. Yeah. And after that, I just uploaded like random videos, like here and there.
Here and there, as in every month or two.
And then Fortnite came out, right?
Yeah.
And it became very popular. I downloaded it. I got it over December break, or a bit before that actually. I played like 1 or 2 games, and then in January is when I started playing a lot more. Yeah. And then that's when I made one of my first videos on it. I made a live stream. I had a live stream of me. I remember I got like 30-second plays. It was like noob plays Fortnite or whatever. And that's when like the Fortnite whole thing, that was huge, because not only did I enjoy the game, I enjoyed like making content. I could see myself making content.
Yeah.
So then, over the year, like, I know, like, this YouTube channel was very more of like a hobby, right? Just post here and there.
For sure.
I didn't really care about consistency. I just wanted to put something out there, make it, and put something out there. That's what I wanted to do. But then there came a time, like 2018, where I became very bored of Fortnite. Like, I don't know, it just wasn't the same.
When
in
like, what, 2018? Oh yeah, I was bored of Fortnite by season 5. Like, I hated the game. I genuinely hated the game so much, but I kept on playing. I just quit Fortnite permanently a few months ago. And like, I don't know how, but that game like really sucks you in. Like, you want to keep. I think what happened was we had such good memories and we were held on to them and just kept on playing. It was like an abusive relationship. We remembered when they were good, the person was good, but now they beat the shit out of you and emotionally are terrible to you, something like that, you know?
Wait, what?
I was comparing Fortnite to an abusive relationship.
Yeah. God.
All right, but continue, yeah.
But yeah, so after hopping on the Fortnite train and, you know, just really just got out of my system, you know, I got so sick of it. Threw that away. Black Ops 4 was coming on, right? It was right there beyond the horizon. It was so close, you know. People were very skeptical but excited. So it was a very weird time because people were like, Black Ops 4 is going to fail, but we were like, oh no, it's not going to fail, And there was hype for it. People were there to see. Like, I remember Pat made that video saying that there was an audience. There were over 100,000 people watching Noah's live streams throughout every DLC release because people were excited. People wanted to see, but there was nothing there.
People wanted to see zombies succeed, but it just didn't.
Yeah, so that's why I have so many videos of like Black Ops 4 is ruined, the zombies community is ruined, and then that's when I moved on to other things. I made videos on Apex Legends, right? Yeah,
I remember that. The Billie Eilish video.
Oh yeah, and then I got hate on that video for the Billie Eilish in Fortnite. I made that as a joke, and there's people saying, you lied, there's no
like they were waiting their entire life for Billie Eilish to come in Fortnite. They've been watching too many lovely Fortnite montages, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like all this like, you know, dumb stuff. I made so many like ironic videos, like the no damage glitch from Fortnite, where I made my mic like close to my mouth and like
it sounds like it was
so bad.
Yeah, I love that video. I remember watching that.
Yeah. Again, to the end, you'll see there's a lot of just like dumb posts I made for no reason. And then my last post, the Gunga Ginga Fortnite montage.
I love that video so much. I remember, dude, that video blew up too, but I love that video. Cause I just found out the Gungi Ginga meme when you posted it, and then you like a little while before you posted it, and then I was oh my god, that video was so funny to me.
But yeah, after I posted that, I just felt so burnt out, and like I just didn't feel like posting. Like I had this distaste for YouTube that was like nothing felt very refreshing. I didn't want to play any video games really.
Yeah,
and I don't know.
Same thing for me right now.
The only video game I was playing at that time was maybe some like Black Ops 4 multiplayer and Osu. That was literally it. Mostly Osu. Because Osu is just very casual for me, so I don't mind playing it from time to time. But anyways, very burnt out. Did not feel like just posting. But then around like January or December, I was like, had this fuel in me again, right? Like, I really want to post, but I don't know what to post. So I thought, let me make like a really kind of memey, just over the top, stupid channel, right? Because the way I convey my voice as Robyo9 is not how I'm conveying my voice when I speak as a normal person, like right now.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm like, I talk like this, and like I'm super like, you know.
What did I just hear? It just sounded like a drum fell in the background. What was that?
This? I'm hitting my mic stand.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
But yeah, I had super, this super exaggerated, dumb character commentating on whatever dumb stuff, right?
This Indian just doing all that.
Yeah, like the Honda Civic thing, and I just pick up these most random things out of nowhere and just talk about it, right? I thought it was fun and whatever, but then
I actually love that so much about your channel, bro. I just miss how you talked about the most random stuff, but like it was perfect, like you talked about again the Honda Civic, which is funny. I love that thumbnail with pink guy, and then that one video that we shall not name because I know you don't want to. That was the best video ever. I shared that to my mom. That is the funniest video I've ever watched on the internet. You know what video I'm talking about, right? Hello? Well, Robyo9 just died, guys. I don't know what just happened. I think his internet just went out. Hello?
I'm using my phone now.
Yes. Dude,
is the quality okay?
Dude, it's incredible. It's way better than your snowball. Do you know what you need to do? You need to get your one earphone thing out and use that instead. That's true audio. That is true audio.
I don't even think it works. I don't even know how it survived for that long.
Yeah. Can you put your phone closer to your face? It's really hard to hear you.
Is this better?
Yeah. Did your internet just go out?
I think it did, yeah.
Dude, Robyo9 making this stream as more scuffed, okay? I thought it was scuffed already, but you just made it more scuffed. But continue with your story. You were talking about... Yeah.
Okay, so, this whole character thing I was making, it wasn't me, right? Like, you've talked to me before, there's obviously a difference between the character I portrayed out there and who I was as a person.
Yeah.
And near the end, like, I don't know, it just felt like, that wasn't me. Like, the person I was portraying myself as wasn't me, and people thought that that's how I actually was. That was who I was, but that wasn't me. And it was kind of conflicting, like, is that actually me? Like, do I actually... No, that's not me. And I don't know, it was just such a weird, conflicting...
You never told me about this kind of thing at all.
Yeah, it was kind of very conflicting in my head, and, this whole character thing, it was weird. So, I mean... I don't know. It was... I guess... I just kind of struggled. Mm-hmm. Pardon?
No, continue.
Okay, yeah. So, I was kind of struggling, with, is this really who I was? Does this really, is this really good for me to have this kind of dumb character?
Well...
And, I know it was all for fun, and it's all just a joke, but I don't know, it just seemed not right in my head.
I know what you're
decided, take a step back.
I know what you're Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I feel like all that stuff, as much as you say it's not you, but you've always joked about the stuff you've said in your videos. I feel like the character you portray or we portray, I feel like every YouTuber portrays a character on YouTube. It isn't us. Like, for instance, the person you get in my videos, I guess, is like just an over-the-top me, and I guess how I edit my videos, it kind of portrays me as just an idiot, and obviously that's not me, but it is a part of me. And, like, for instance, like saying how I'm not the same as I am on videos, I'm pretty sure it's like that for every YouTuber. Because for me, in order to record a video, and I have to get in the mood. I have to get hyped for it. I can't just record a video where I'm just laying back and talking like this because it's not entertaining. entertaining, and that's the sad reality of it. But I like, you make your own videos the way you want to make them, and obviously if you don't like that and you're having conflicts, you should obviously stop doing it that way. But I feel like no matter what, the faces we put on in YouTube videos are a character no matter what, because it's not the same circumstances. Just like us talking right now, it is not the same circumstances as it is if we were just talking in a Discord call. Even though this seems like, oh, this is pretty deep, you know, this is not the same circumstances. It's because I'm live streaming. I have OBS open right now, and I'm streaming, and it says I'm streaming. It's not the same circumstance. It would be, it wouldn't be far too different if we're off stream, but it would be different because it doesn't matter. If you're behind that record button, it's always going to be different than what's in real life, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But like, you know, even though I took a step back, like, it's not like I just completely stopped like this hobby and like, you know, forgot about everything and just moved on to, you know, school or whatever. I still put this passion and work into something else, right? And I've been working on that for a while, and it's been growing. I've seen the progress, and, you know, I'm happy about it, right?
Yeah.
And I honestly don't like have any regrets with leaving YouTube or any of that. You know, I'm pretty happy where I am right now, and, you know, I'm glad that people are, you know, understanding of that.
Yeah.
Which is the best part. Having people that understand is always good. People like that, you know, you want to keep like those people around you. People who understand, people who recognize, okay, you know, this person has this situation going on. All right, I'll respect them. But yeah, I mean, there you go. There's the story.
Damn, it only took you, you know, 25 minutes. Shit.
25 minutes?
Dude, I feels like the stream has been going on for 10 minutes. Usually when I do the podcast, it feels at 20-minute mark, it feels like I've been doing it for an hour. But somehow when we do stuff together, time flies by so fast, you know?
I guess so, yeah. Oh,
but
man.
do you okay, so you're talking about burnout, right? And
yeah.
Explain this burnout, because burnout for me was so different. I used to say that I was, oh, well, I guess you did explain it. But I never felt real burnout until I did 14 days of Nerd Period 2. So I used to remember back in 2019, I think it was like at the 7th month of 2019, I was like, dude, I'm so burnt out. I've been doing a video every 3 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the thing is, during that time, I still like, when I said I was burnt out, I feel like honestly I was just being lazy, and like, because I still wanted to make videos, and I still had the urge to make videos. It was just I felt like I deserved a break when I didn't, so I labeled it as burnout. But when I did 14 days of Nerd Period 2, I originally said that I didn't learn anything from 14 days of Nerd Period 2, but I learned the true meaning of burnout, because during 14 days of Nerd Period 2, by the like a few videos in, I've always knew the concept of quality over quantity, but and like you say like, oh yeah, I'm all about quality over quantity, you know, but I never knew about quality over quantity until 14 days of Nerd Period 2, where I just hated every single video I was uploading, and it was truly just, I was just posting these videos. I had no, like, I enjoy some of the videos I made from 14 days of Nerd Period 2, but it just killed me to make them. I remember being like, I hated making every video, and that's when I truly learned about quality over quantity. and I was like, oh my God. It's like when you're told, it's like when you tell me some knowledge and like I know that knowledge, but it doesn't mean anything to me, you know? And then all of a sudden, the words quality over quantity meant something after that. And so after 14 days of Nerd Period 2, I got hit with what burnout was actually. I think for the first month of after that, I did not want to make videos anymore. Not like quitting YouTube. I just in general didn't want to make videos, and I kind of forced myself, and now I'm out of that burnout, and actually I'm doing the best I have ever done on YouTube right now. Like, I've never been more happier. I would say the ratio of my old videos used to be like, I would be posting 10 videos a month. I would probably say only one of those videos were an actual like good video, but now I feel like 2 out of the 4 videos I post in a month are great videos, and I'm so proud of that, and I'm glad that I found out what burnout meant, what burnout really was, and what quality over quantity was, because if I never did, honestly, I would still be posting shitty gameplay videos that I didn't necessarily enjoy. Like, of course I enjoy it, but when you're doing it every 3 days, it's not fun anymore. And like, I remember you telling me, remember I was talking about switching to weekly uploading like you were?
Yeah.
If I, like, this happened before 14 days of Nerd Period, I'm pretty sure. But, because I remember thinking, during 14 days of Nerd Period, I was like, okay, after this, I am going to weekly uploads. And that has been the best decision I've ever made on my channel. And I got to thank you for that, because honestly, if you never were showing me that, if you never showed me that posting weekly works, I probably would have never done it. I never would have just started uploading differently. I would have always been in the same situation of posting every 3 days. And honestly, dude, you really saved my channel for me. And I haven't talked to you about this at all. But you really saved my channel for me with the weekly uploads. Because it feels amazing, and I feel like I'm proud of almost every single video I put out now.
Oh, really? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But okay, I just wanted to point something out. So you said like earlier how, you know, now you feel like you're happy with your videos and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I remember something you had mentioned to me, like you stopped paying attention to views and you stopped paying attention to numbers, and that made you happier.
Oh.
Now, I feel like a lot of people can't do that with social media, especially. People are so caught up with like numbers, and you know, even if a video just a little bit less, they get super depressed and they take it out on themselves. And you know, this whole thing, all the numbers and people being obsessed with like, it's not even real, it's not tangible, and it's not like that sort of thing shouldn't bring you happiness. This view count, this number shouldn't determine if you're going to be happy today or sad today.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that, you know, you've separated yourself from that, and that you're able to just post content, you know, what you want at whatever time you want, obviously still following a schedule, but still, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's really good.
Yeah. So it's so crazy you're okay, so yes, I was able to separate myself from views completely, because even though, remember when I used to say I didn't care about views anymore?
Mm-hmm.
A part of me, like on the surface, I didn't care about views, but then I found actions that I did subconsciously reflected upon me that I did care about views. For instance, what's a good example? Because, hold on, let me think of a good example. Oh yeah, so sticking to one type of content on your channel, right? I was like, why am I doing this? I don't want to do this. But then underneath it all, I realized that process is subconsciously in my mind because I care about views still. And so I don't have all the other examples on hand that I went through because it was so much that I thought of in like a period of such a short period of time. But that's the day that I finally released myself from caring about views. And I purely do whatever I want now on YouTube, because at the end of the day, man, shit, you can be at, it doesn't matter. Because I remember back in the day, you know, of course, if you start YouTube, you have this dream of being like a 1 million subscriber channel, you know. Who doesn't? I've had that dream. Robyo9, you've had that dream. And so,
yeah,
I just realized that, shit, does it really... 1 million subscribers won't make me happy if I'm not doing video. If I got 1 million subscribers doing... Okay, 1 million subscribers won't make me happy if I got that 1 million subscribers through doing something I hate. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, for sure.
And so, yeah, just doing YouTube, you gotta realize I did start YouTube, and like, this is full on truth. I did start YouTube purely for the aspect of community and like, I wanted to make videos. But when you start YouTube, you're kind of like told to care about numbers. And I wish, like, because there's all these videos on the internet that are like, oh, how to get 1,000 subscribers within your first month of doing YouTube.
I hate those videos.
It basically, obviously, face value, it's showing that it's trying to help you, right? But when you see those all the time, it kind of subconsciously tells you like, oh, I have to be at 1,000 subscribers or I'm not a YouTuber or something. Like, I
never thought of that. That's actually true. Yeah.
And I've been doing YouTube for 3 years and I'm at 2,000 subscribers. One of my friends that is also a YouTuber started his channel in 2019 and has over 6,000 subscribers. It does not mean just because somebody has bigger numbers than you, it doesn't mean like they're better than you or have more experience than you. That's a perfect like thing to say about it, because I love his content. He makes amazing content, and I'm not gonna lie, his editing is 100 times better than mine. He somehow makes a very boring videos very entertaining through visuals. But just because you're more like, numbers don't dictate your content, you know? Because if somebody can just start a YouTube channel and blow up in a year, and then you've been at it for blah 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 years and you're at so little, I mean, that doesn't change anything. You can be on the complete same level as a YouTuber and they can have like be way bigger than you, or you can be better than a YouTuber and they can be like have more numbers than you. And what these numbers show us is basically that people who have bigger numbers are better, which is just not true.
For sure. I think like even on social media, like the way people praise and like are kind of put on a pedestal because of their numbers is insane. Like, yeah, the Kardashians, for example, they've done absolutely nothing. They have millions of followers. They do one single thing, like, oh, I don't know, Kylie Jenner eats a sandwich at this local sandwich shop.
Yeah.
Bro, there's kids dying in Africa. There's wars going on every day. People's houses are getting bombed. And, oh, this random woman took a bite out of a sandwich. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Our world today is so superficial. It's all about, man, and like, this is why I got off of Instagram. Like, even for me, I found myself like wanting to show people doing stuff, but like, what does that matter? This is different from what you're talking about, but I was like, why show people I'm doing stuff and just do it? And you said that you said these words one day that I'll never forget, but you're like, succeed as quietly as possible, I think you said. And those words were like mind-blowing to me. Like at the time it wasn't mind-blowing, but then I was thinking about it after we were done calling, and I was like, holy crap. And those words still stuck with me. And it's like, our world is truly so superficial, and we care about all these things that we shouldn't care about, that don't even make us human. You know, we care about stuff that doesn't make other humans human. It's like why the whole situation with simps, right? And I get it, it's all a funny joke, haha, simp, right? But I don't understand how people can worship other human beings for something as simple as how much makeup they put on, you know? Because that's basically what it is. Continue. Go.
Yeah, and I think like there's all these millionaires, right, who stream, and people want their attention so badly. Like the viewers want their attention so badly, they'll pay hundreds of dollars just to donate a little message on the screen to have like a 20% chance of that streamer reading it.
Yeah, it's like it's a backwards god complex. Well, not that, it's idolizing. What an issue in our society is idolizing. People can't separate the fact that these people on the screen are just humans. But the thing that makes us idolize them is because the things they have. Think about it. We don't idolize anybody I personally don't idolize anybody, and I never have. But what I see is people idolize based off of their material possessions and like where they are. That's why there's this whole thing of yes men and stuff. Like these rappers singing about everybody around them is fake. And that's true, because the only reason why they want to be around them now is because they have things. Nobody will ever respect or like truly respect you if you're like out there showing off your things, because like these rappers, they're out here showing off all their cars and then turn around and be like, oh, what? Why is nobody real to me? Why can nobody like speak to me like I'm a human, you know?
It's funny. They say like, oh man, all my friends are fake. Then in the music video, there's like thousands of people behind them. Like,
yeah,
it's so stupid. Like that's one of the reasons like why I stopped listening to that kind of music. It's so poisonous, and like it gives you a false perception of what actually matters, and
it gives you a false perception of what actually matters and what is reality, because you can kind of listen to that music and then put yourself in that situation subconsciously, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But continue.
Yeah, for sure. And like, I don't know, since I switched like that thing, that song you sent earlier, right? Like the woman, what's her name, Lauryn Hill. Yeah, like that kind of music, and like the slow, more vocal, atmospheric music. Like, yeah. What's this other artist called? Oh, have you heard of her? H-E-R?
Oh my god, I was listening to a song from her earlier, the song Slide. Dude, that song hits so hard. I love her.
There's a song she made with Daniel Caesar.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've heard it.
I've heard it.
Yeah, like those kind of songs are so like just calming and like nice. I don't know.
Have you heard the song by Daniel Caesar, Get You? That is one of the best songs I've ever heard.
1 second.
It's like actually so good. Also, did you switch?
Yes, I have. Pardon?
Did you switch to PC?
No, but my Wi-Fi came back on, so.
Okay.
Wait, you can hear the keyboard?
Yeah, I could. I was like, wait, did you get back on your PC?
I could. 40. But I don't know if I want to.
Okay, no, that's fine.
I don't want it to cut out again.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, actually, is the audio quality better on PC?
Yeah, it's way better. And like there's a lot of noise gate on your phone.
True. Okay, I'll actually go back on PC.
All right.
So let me open. All right, 1 second.
You're fine. We out here chilling, guys.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, damn, that mic is crispy compared to your phone.
All right, so let's get back on it. Yeah, these kind of songs where it's like really more on like the vocals and it's nice, it's calm, and it's just very relaxing. And the lifestyle and the things they talk about is just so like innocent and
Yeah.
good. And I feel like a lot of this culture that the rappers are promoting are, aren't good for younger people to look up to. And, it's obviously it's not their choice to have people look up to them, but
That's what
you know,
happens.
yeah, and sometimes on their social medias they're flaunting all this money, all these cars, promoting this lifestyle that, this is what success looks like. This is what happiness looks like. All these cars, all these houses, this money, like thousands of women, and like no wonder these guys have like 10 children and with like five different women. Like they have horrible commitment issues and this stupid lifestyle and they're like complaining like, oh, all these women are gold diggers. They only want me for my money to pay child support. Well, I mean, yeah, like look at this lifestyle you're promoting. The kind of people you attract shouldn't be that. It's obvious what kind of people would be around you when you're promoting this whole lifestyle, right? Like those women aren't real women. Go out into society and talk to like the real people who are like you were saying earlier, fake friends. You want real people? Talk to other real people out in the world, not in this single closed Hollywood lifestyle people that you meet at parties or whatever.
Yeah.
So
it's also like the issue with them. I just realized it is you're surrounding yourself with those fake people. Of course, you're only gonna have fake friends and stuff. And it's so funny we're talking about this. Have you heard of this guy named Dan Blazarian?
Dan Blazarian?
Yeah, or Brazilian. I don't know how you say it.
I've heard of that guy recently. Did something happen?
Bilzerian. Yeah, so he's this quote unquote self-made rich man, right? And people found out that he actually got all of his money by his father. And so this man who like he's on steroids and his body looks terrible. Like this guy has literally never worked for anything in his life, and I can just see, like, he says he's happy and stuff, but I can see, like, with the people he surrounds himself with, I'd feel like the most alone and empty person on earth. He has all these cars and he lives in this mansion that he has to pay, I think, $200 million a year for or something. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. But yeah, it's so crazy. And like if I was in his position, I'd feel like the most empty person on earth.
I know it sounds like this might be like a cringy Redditor moment, but like the way Keanu Reeves has his whole lifestyle, like there's a video, I don't know if you've seen it on YouTube. He goes on the subway trains like a normal person. No one's surrounding him. This guy's a superstar, right? Matrix.
Yeah.
That one movie with the bus at like 50 miles per hour or whatever.
And that one movie with the pencil kill.
Oh yeah, John Wick. Fortnite. But yeah, like he's such a big star, but he doesn't live this lifestyle of, these huge, lots of money and whatever, all this garbage stuff. He's a normal human being. He dresses normally. He does everything else normally. Like, he's one of us. He's a human.
Yeah.
And people see him as a human.
I think that's why people love him so much. Is like he's so different. Like he's so different from the Hollywood persona of $1 million mansion in a nice car, Yeah,
like he dates people his age. He doesn't go around flaunting his money, and I feel like it's really toxic how people worship Hollywood and
crave it. Actors. And that's another thing tying into views. people do YouTube for all the wrong reason nowadays. I've known so many people who started YouTube and then quit immediately because they're not getting views. Now, of course, like, we all care about views in the beginning, and maybe some point in our career, hopefully we stop caring about views like I have. But what I realize is, like, because ever since you quit YouTube, right? Obviously, it's not the same. It's not like I can hit you up and we can talk hours about our YouTube videos we're planning, right? It's not the same. And so I've been, like, trying to find other people, but it seems like it's all the same. It's people just caring about views. And that's why people do it. They just want to have notoriety. And, like, I think that last month I had this goal, like, hold on, how do I say this? Wait, what was I saying?
You said you had a goal?
Okay, so I didn't mean I had a goal. But anyways, I just realized that I hope I never make it. Like, I hope I never get a big number on YouTube, because I kind of always want to be the small guy on YouTube. You know what I mean?
You know, I always the most successful kind of YouTube channel in my eyes, and the most happiest person that I think I can see, like, would be JC. He has this nice small niche community that likes his videos. He's a very good person. He didn't blow up automatically. He had this very natural growth, and there's something about him. It's just so amazing, right? And he doesn't need to care about views. He just does, what he wants. And that kind of he's not some big zombies YouTuber, big name, like, let's say Pat. And Pat's situation is horrible. He does not edit his videos. He just records them and sends it to someone. And his content's kind of all over the place.
Let's not diss other fellow YouTubers.
True.
Like, I mean, let's be honest. You can say that, and obviously we can talk about that off stream and stuff, but at the end of the day, the Smith Plays have been doing YouTube way longer than we have combined. And, like,
that's true.
And also, like, I mean, I'm not defending him, because I'm not gonna lie, I do agree. I just kind of don't want to say that negative kind of stuff, but
yeah, for sure.
Because like, I don't want to knock somebody else's work down. Like, for instance, if I had the money, I wish I could pay somebody to do my thumbnails, for instance. And what I've realized is, if I was posting, you remember when I was talking about how I hated myself posting every 3 days? Something that came along with that was, what I hated the most was the editing. And I guess that he's been doing YouTube for, like, what, 10 years? And I know we knock on him for having somebody else edit his own videos, but if you're posting every 3 days, your content's relatively all the same, I wouldn't want to edit my own videos either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. That's good you put in that perspective, because I just took it at, I just said, oh, this guy's doing that. But, when you put yourself in someone else's shoes,
it's the whole thing with the anima, having empathy for what other people are going through, But yeah, for sure. Like, I used to knock down on people who don't edit their videos either. But when I got to the point where I hated editing so much that it made me not even want to make a YouTube video, I kind of understood. And for these people, I guess they're still in the, like, they're not like us. They can't just go back to posting a video a month. I mean, a video a week like us. They have to keep on doing it because it's their livelihood. Now, of course, they could live more simpler lives, which probably not a lot of them think of doing that. But let's take the Smith Plays, for example. I had a friend come out on my last podcast, right? And he was telling me how much money he made on a video that got 250,000 views, and it was pathetic. and that's around what the Smith Plays is making. Like what? I don't watch him, but is he making around under 250K? Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Most of his views are under 250K, and obviously it's gaming content too, so the ads that they put on those videos aren't too good either. So he's basically forced into a position where he has to upload every 3 days, and so you can't really it's kind of a tough situation to be in. And yeah, obviously he got himself in that position, but I'm never gonna be in the position of I do YouTube as a job, because honestly it's unrealistic and retarded, and I can't believe there's even people out there who still think they can make YouTube a career. That's another thing you have to like people come into doing YouTube, they expect big numbers and they expect making money. And honestly, you should never expect that, especially if you're a gaming content creator.
For sure. I think, okay, I feel like YouTube can be very stressful, especially for those people who, like you said, just do YouTube for the money and views, because as soon as they hit 100K, they're moving to the West Coast, baby. It's LA time.
Yeah.
Or is that the East Coast? No, that's West, it's left.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
They go there, and so they go there, right? They do their whatever collaborations, and you're at 100K. You're not gonna be making a lot of money. Your YouTube channel can die in 1 year, and then you're gone.
Or
you're done.
3 months. Like my channel went from getting a ton of views to like this year barely getting 50 views for a video. It's like anything can happen to your YouTube channel.
For sure, and I think that can add a lot of stress for people who have this false perception, like, oh, I hit 100K, I'm famous now.
Yeah.
Let's move to LA. It's time for the Hollywood life. And then, it's just not stable. Like, once people have this small taste of, like, they're very irresponsible, I feel like. You can't just solely rely on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think, like, a lot of these zombies YouTubers, they have backup plans, it seems like. Like, looks like they have jobs of some sort. Like I saw,
doesn't Pat like have a degree or something?
Yeah, he has a degree, and what's that? Reed. Yeah, Reed. He's applying. I think he has like a marketing job or something. And like these guys, they have backup plans, but a lot of these newer YouTubers that blow up
within a year,
and then they put everything into YouTube, and then the next year they're gone. It's like, you should be more responsible. I think YouTube and I think other people should be not held responsible, but like they're the ones who are making these other younger YouTubers do that, invest everything into this one thing that's very unstable.
Yeah,
because they saw whatever, I don't know, some other YouTuber with Jake Paul do it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, Jake Paul wasn't like he was like an actor or something, I think.
Disney Channel actor, yeah. Which is crazy.
And he was a Viner or something. And from that, he built his empire on YouTube, and we all saw the whole thing unfold in 2017 with all those fake friends he had with him, and everyone left now, and
Team 10. Yeah,
all the dumb stuff.
No matter what, even if let's say hypothetically speaking, but let's say I actually like get to a point where I do make money off of YouTube, I don't think I would ever even like, if that happened and I was like actually making money, I would probably just put all that money in savings. I'm always gonna work a normal job. I'm always gonna work in the cleaning business, because it's smart. And honestly, I can't, maybe it's just, I don't know if it was how I was raised, but man, I never want to I never want to be making money off a job that isn't at least labor. You know, I enjoy labor because you know what's good, you know what's fulfilling, and I won't say
like you're doing something.
I won't say cleaning is after you get done a full day of cleaning, it's hard work. It's not really hard, but you were doing something, like you were moving around all day. But I would kill myself if what my job was sitting on my ass and making videos all day. You know?
Never seeing the sunlight.
Yeah, like I would never want my income to come from something so stupid. And there's a reason why people say like, oh, why don't you get a real job? And everybody's like, I feel like all the internet Redditor cringy norm YouTuber watchers are like, oh haha, boomer says, why don't you get a real job? This is a real job. True, it is a real job. It is a real job, but it's so different from a real job. Because I know when I was when I was doing 14 days of Nerdperiod, both times actually, even though I did enjoy the first time, every single day I felt empty. I was like, what the hell, man? You know?
I feel like when I was working at Walmart, it felt rewarding. Like
to get home after a day of work, right?
Yeah, and doing these tasks, and when you're at work, you're interacting with the outside world.
Yeah.
With real people. You're not online, reading comments and, making videos. And, I feel like that just has so much value, even though it's like, it's Walmart, but still, like, I'm interacting with people, I'm lifting stuff, I'm, doing all these different tasks, and it's rewarding, even though, it might be tedious sometimes, but it's rewarding because at the end of the day, I'm doing something. I'm getting a task done.
Yeah.
I feel like YouTube sometimes it can get pretty boring, especially if people are just at home. If it's like your main job and you're just stuck at home making YouTube videos every single day because you have to.
Doing YouTube isn't even my job, and I get bored of it. It's like,
so I don't know how people sit in their studios for hours making videos every single day.
Yeah, and like the more videos you make, the less videos have meaning. Like you were saying earlier that like when you started YouTube, it was like this satisfying feeling of posting a video. And as much as I love making videos right now, that I don't have that video. Yeah, I mean, I don't have that feeling anymore because the more you do something, it's like heroin. The more you do inject it, the more what is it? You're used to it. Like for instance,
I'm numb to it.
Yeah, back in May, I got the biggest Pokemon card order I've ever gotten. I ordered all of Fossil Set, so I bought every single card from Fossil Set. I got the birthday Pikachu card. I got all the commons and uncommon first edition Jungle Set cards, and then the guy threw in a bunch of free stuff too, since at the time that was a lot of money to spend on one at once. And so when I got all those cards that day, I'm going to regard that as the best day of my life. I remember that day and that feeling, and it was truly like I've never felt happier in one day. And so after that though, I tried to have other mal days, and it just didn't feel as good. So I started buying more Pokemon stuff. And like still, even though I used more, it was not the same feeling. And we're always going to get numb to the feeling of something that we once enjoyed. Now, but don't get that mixed up with you don't enjoy it anymore. It's just not the same feeling as you started. Nothing will ever change that feeling of being a YouTuber with 20 subscribers, wholesomely sitting at my terrible computer at the time, editing a video and super excited about it, And also, let's not lie, we all think about stuff in the past as good memories. Back when I started my YouTube channel, I've never told anybody what was going on in my life then, and I never will, but I was going through the worst thing I've ever gone through before. And the thing that I remember are those good memories. I don't think about how it was the worst time in my life. I think about those good memories. So it's like that with everything. You know, you're always going to think of the best stuff.
Yeah, like even like with sports, like when people get to the top, right? They don't really, think about all the training and everything, but they don't remember all that pain they went through. Or like, it seems very like you have to think about it harder. I think when I first think like, okay, I can, let's say if I'm a professional basketball player, I'm super good at basketball, I remember like, oh yeah, in high school I was playing in this division and, I was doing so well, but then, you still gotta remember like, I don't know, for me at least, I have to kind of think about and remember, oh yeah, I went through all that pain of like staying there on the court for hours on end trying to get these free throws.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of people also don't see that. They think it's easier than it is, right? Like,
yeah, they see somebody at the top and they think it was always like that.
Yeah, and like being self-made for some reason is unbelievable for some people because they're like, oh, I'm lazy, there's no way this person is not
they
lazy.
Must have had connections or something. It's like
they always make excuses. Yeah,
it's like accusing people for being on steroids. I see people accuse people of being on steroids that have completely normal looking, like the baseline average bodies for a person who works out, and they get told that they're on steroids. Now, obviously, that's a confidence boost on the other person's hand, but the person accusing the person of steroids, it just goes to show how people live in this life where of accepting that they're lazy. People accept that they're fat asses. I hate to get all rude like that, but people will be fat and then make every excuse in the book why they can't lose weight. And it's true. I love my mother. Actually, I'm not going to say anything, but people do this. People do this. They do it all the time. They accept that they're lazy, and they accept that they can't accomplish anything before they've even tried it.
I think, but like, I feel like when people talk about this, then people get comments like, oh, people are disabled, people have this kind of problem, this sort of issue, not everyone's the same. And yeah, that's true. There are people who go through different mental struggles in life and different walks of life and have all these different things that influence them. But we're talking about like the average person, just to, clear it up. The average person, average American, I guess.
No. We're not even talking about that. There's zero excuse. Let's say being fat, for instance. There's zero excuse to be fat. My mom is a young woman still. She had me at 18 years old and she uses the excuse of having a slow metabolism. I hear people that are my age and say that. And I'm not even going to lie, I've said that before. And it's not true. You saw how fat I was last summer, right? Like after surgery, I hadn't worked out in a long time. I was 230 pounds. You want to know what I did in 6 months? I lost 50 pounds because I wasn't a bitch. I didn't make an excuse. I held myself accountable. I said, okay, yeah, I'm fat. Because, well, at the time, I was blaming it on the fact that I had surgery on my shoulder. Well, when in reality, the reason why I was fat was because I got surgery on my shoulder, and so I couldn't work out anymore. So I decided, well, if I can't work out, I'm going to eat whatever I wanted, and that's how I became fat. And then instead of making excuses, I lost 50 pounds, and now I'm 180 pounds in 6 months. There's no excuse for anything. See, you can make hold on. There's no excuse to not try. Mm-hmm. Sure, you can be. I know. I talked to this one girl. She tries her hardest to lose weight, and even though I tell her what to do, how to easily do it, she decides to not do it anyways. But I see her trying her hardest, and she's still, got fat on her, which is, it's obviously, fine. But there's no excuse not to try.
I've heard this quote. It's, if you're going to try, why not try your hardest? And
yeah.
This sort of thing happens a lot. Like, when there's this kid at my school who was playing soccer, and, he really wanted to become pro, right? But people would, like, laugh at him. Like, dude, you're such a try-hard. Well, yeah, why would I bother trying at all if I'm not going to try my hardest?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, some things in life, you don't need to really try on. But something like this, why not try your hardest? Why would I not give it my all? That would be such a waste to not give it my all. And I feel like people are so used to being in comfortable situations, they can't even fathom, they can't even imagine putting themselves in an uncomfortable situation to make their lives better. Because it's so easy, so nice to just sit down, watch YouTube videos for the whole day, do nothing, all this fake happiness and whatever, it's and it's sad. It really is sad.
It's like when we grow up, we're told by our parents to if you feel uncomfortable, stop doing whatever you're doing. We should never be taught that. We should taught to chase what makes us uncomfortable. Back in 12th grade, I realized that I never socialized. Well, I socialized with people in school, but I never did anything with anybody throughout my entire high school career. I was just the guy that was lifting. I was just the person who would lift, go home and eat, and do YouTube. And I realized in 12th grade I wanted to change that. And I went to what is it called? Homecoming, and it was one of the best nights of my life. And I pushed myself to be uncomfortable, and now I have that great memory of going to homecoming. And so I now chase things that make me uncomfortable. If I say I don't want to do something, that makes me want to do it. And we have to gain this mentality, because everything we're taught is so backwards. It feels like the more I grow up, the things that I was told as a child actually negatively affected me in life. And for instance, like, if you're uncomfortable, don't do it, I want to do things. Now I feel uncomfortable. I say I don't want to do something, then that makes me do it.
I think it depends though. Like, for most things, yeah. But for something like uncomfortable, like as in actually dangerous, like can harm you.
Sure.
Not just like an awkward feeling. Like if it's a little awkward or like that, no, there's no excuse. But if it's like actually dangerous, then yeah.
Well, of course, that there's a different line. There's a whole line in it. I'm not gonna. Yeah. You should clearly say no if one of your friends ask you to come out and rob a market.
Yeah, or like jump off a roof onto like some other roof, like.
Yeah, like obviously say no to that shit.
Yeah, but I think like those awkward situations, people are so like sheltered, and made so comfortable in life, and nothing is awkward, but like.
Those are the unhappiest people.
Yeah, I see so many like dumb tweets, and I know they're jokes, but it's kind of sad, like. When the average person has trouble like ordering food because they've never done it in their entire life, or and all these adults making fun of millennials and whatever, they can't even book their own doctor's appointment.
It's true. It's true. Like, we say okay boomer to those things, but it's genuinely true. We live in a day and age where people spend every second of their day staring at a screen. Something like, I think of the concept of like playing video games, and I think this must be a reason why I don't enjoy video games anymore. But we're looking at a screen that's real, but it's displaying something that's fake, and we're immersed into it, like we're there. Like, sure, back when like computers started and stuff, and games first started in the early 2000s, like the N64, it was a nice escape. But now real life is the escape to the internet.
Even like like back in the day, I forgot what I watched, like some documentary or some YouTube video talking about like the mid 90s to early 2000s, and how people thought it was crazy that people would spend so much time on computers, going on the web and searching for things and doing all these, immersing yourself to like the World Wide Web, right? And going through all these forums and these videos and pictures, there's all this stuff on the internet. People would get immersed and it'd be like a magnet.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Like, it was like almost like an epidemic. Like, why are all these people so, like, the internet really blew up super fast.
Yeah, the internet is only like, what, 25 years old?
Yeah, wait, let me search up. When was the internet released to the public? When was the internet public? 1993.
So 27 years. It's so new. That's, my mom is older than the internet.
Like, dude, the, like, things of like we use like refrigerators or any other essential item. The internet is like, has become so much more essential. Like, with these 27 years, it's like the main thing we use in our lives.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad now that I think about it.
And like, yeah, it really is sad. But
like, obviously it does connect us to the world, but it's because, I don't know, it's weird. People feel so lonely even though they have the whole internet.
It's a double-edged sword. That's why I hate to say it, but of course when I say I hear people say they don't have friends, and then their friends on the internet get offended. But in reality, I mean, yeah, you can have friends on the internet, but that's not somebody being there for you. That's not somebody.
Exactly.
Like, as much as I wish I could, we lived near each other and I could just call it, instead of hitting you up on Snapchat and saying, do you want to get in a Discord call? I wish I could just walk over to your house and say, yo, you want to like go grab a drink or something? You know, some iced tea from a little market, you know?
Yeah.
And it's sad that we can't do it. So in our position, internet's a replacement of the friendship we would actually have in real life. But other times, friendships aren't really friendships on the internet.
Yeah, and I think, like, you know, people have followers, right? And when you think of a follower, you think someone who, you know, is interested and, you know, immersed in this person. But sometimes people just click that follow button because it's cool to follow that person.
Yeah.
Or they only follow because, oh, this is someone who's popular, I need to follow them.
Or they follow them for that person to follow them back.
Exactly, yeah. And it's this fake, I don't know what to call it, but it's not a real follow, it's not a real subscribe.
Yeah.
It's not actually real. So
those people don't care 1 ounce about you. And I can say, I hate to be like this, but I used to follow every single person I knew from school, and I unfollowed them because I realized, I cared about what they thought about. Like, this is another thing. I was talking about how earlier we were talking about how I stopped caring about views, but another thing recently I completely stopped caring about is how people think of me, and it has 100% changed my life, which, you know this, I talked to you about it in call a while ago, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I forgot all the things that I said, but basically, again, I say I don't care what people think about me, but subconsciously I still had actions that showed that I cared what people thought about me. For the longest time, I've wanted to unfollow every single person on Instagram and just get off Instagram. But the roadblock was that I didn't want to unfollow people because I didn't want the people that knew me IRL to think I was fake. And then that it just all hit me, bro. That is literally caring what people think about you. In that moment, I started hitting unfollow on every single person because yes, I was following subscribers, but I wanted to get off Instagram. I wanted to never have a reason to be on Instagram ever again. And but like with the people I knew in real life, I don't care 1 ounce about them. Like, sure, I hope they're doing well in life, but I don't care about them.
Yeah, I think people like the gratification people get. People need to be gratified by other people. They need the approval of other people, right? Like, you know, if I do something on the internet, whatever, it's like, do you guys think this is okay? Like, you know, it's always like seeking approval of others. You don't need that, right? You need to just like, obviously, if you want to consult someone about something, like an actual important something, but relying on your followers and, you know, having whatever they say give meaning to you, that's not a good mentality to have, right? Saying whatever this person says is what I am.
Yeah.
That's not how you should identify yourself. And I think a lot of people do that, these influencers, whatever. And that's why they're so depressed, because other people dictate who they actually are.
Yeah, for sure.
And that hurts them.
It's so sad what this artificial thing that we made up, that we say affects our life so negatively. Just numbers affect us so negatively. Everything, there's a number lying underneath it, you know. Like,
yeah,
this
people,
whole continue.
Go on.
Sorry, no, you.
No, you go on.
No, I actually forgot what I said, and I also didn't know what I was saying in the first place. So you go.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. So, like what you were saying earlier with Instagram and stuff, like I only use Instagram for like communication, and the thing a lot about iPhone is that you can set the timers, like a time limit on your apps. So all my social media apps have like 15-minute time limits, because why do I need more than 15 minutes a day for social media? All I'm doing on social media right now is just
looking at memes. Yeah.
Like right now, I don't want to look at memes. I just want to do checking, right? I want to check my messages.
Oh my God.
For
You're
school
so
stuff,
right. You just want to check. Wow, Wow, that just occurred to me. You're just getting on it to check.
Exactly. And now I think all I don't need that much time to check. If I really do want to check, it shouldn't take more than 15 minutes per day.
You should do it once in the morning, check at night.
Exactly, yeah. And I think that's perfect to have those time limits, and it's healthy, it's normal. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. And I feel like a lot of people think it's dumb, and you know, I've heard people say like, "Oh man, I hate Instagram, bro. I scroll on there for like 2 hours." 2 hours on Instagram. They're just scrolling meme after meme after meme after meme. Like, that's insane. Like, if you think about it, like,
you could have been making
looking at in 2 hours.
You could have like made done something meaningful in those 2 hours. You could have read a book that gave you knowledge, and knowledge is forever. Entertainment is temporary.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's why that's why I love this podcast. I genuinely feel like I was talking to myself about this the other day, but I was truly thinking about how sure, this is why nobody watches you forever. It's because entertainment is temporary. But I was thinking about how I used to love the Smith Blaze content, but I stopped watching him because I didn't enjoy his content anymore. When he stopped streaming zombies, I kind of stopped watching him. But something I always go back to is his Smith Squad podcast, because he offered knowledge in that. As cringy as that sounds, but he gave knowledge in a way that is seeing the world through somebody else's eyes, basically. And so I always go back to that, but I never think to go back to his videos, you know, because that was temporary. That was entertainment. But the knowledge that he gave through his podcasts were forever. And even though I don't like the Smith plays, I love Pat. I loved what he talked about on his podcast. And actually, to this day, he's the reason why I started my own podcast, you know?
Yeah, like his podcast, the way he does he's like meant for podcasts. I mean,
yeah. Like,
that guy has so much information and stories and lessons to tell.
Yeah, which is great, but he's, in my opinion, I really don't like his YouTube channel. It's not good.
I mean, I enjoy his retrospectives, though. I think the work he puts into them, like he posts people ask him about his script and whatever, and he posts his script, and it's like 9 to 10 pages, and I mean, that's insane, the amount of work he puts into that. Like,
yeah.
And I enjoy watching it. You know, it's fun to know these little information. It's like a little information session, you know, telling you about this history of the map and how people reacted to it at that time.
Yeah, because it's better. You're consuming the information in a way where you don't have to kind of work for it. You're consuming information in an entertaining way. So you're basically getting the best of both worlds. You're getting knowledge and entertainment, which is very hard to do.
It's like a Vsauce video.
Yeah, dude.
I love watching those.
Vsauce, yeah, exactly. Vsauce. You want to know how many times I've watched his videos over? I've probably watched every video on his channel like at least 3 times, because I always go back because it's knowledge, but Vsauce is so entertaining, you know?
Yeah, I love watching like those galaxy videos and him talking about the stars.
Oh my god,
and all
I know.
And then the nuclear explosions and all these it's so interesting. Like,
and he's so funny while he does it.
Yeah, he has these little quirks like, "Hey, Vsauce," here, like pop out of like
Michael
head will pop out of a toilet or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
like, it's something weird. That's
kind of So what I've been doing, you know, the tutorial videos I've been doing with Pokemon, and like I just see how people make Pokemon in the Pokemon community, and it's like really boring. And so what I decided to do was I see people always ask these questions in Discord servers, like how to blah, blah, blah with your Pokemon cards. And so I decide to make a parody video of it to make it look like I'm going to give useful information, but give you just the worst information ever. Do you remember watching my how to restore vintage Pokemon cards video?
Yep.
And like, I think that was one of my best videos I've ever made. And like, I'm just looking at it now. That video got 2,000 views. And like, I'm glad that video did well because it was a great video. And then the other video I posted a few weeks ago, how to store your vintage Pokemon cards. I thought that was the funniest video ever. Like, it was so hilarious. And that's another thing that ties in. That is one, I would say that video is in my top 5 videos, and it has a low view count, and that doesn't matter to me. Like, that would have mattered to me a long time ago, but that's another thing, that views don't dictate how good a video is or how good your YouTube channel is. It doesn't dictate your worth.
Yeah, again, like I said earlier, right? Like, people have this, like, you have to be accepted by other people in order to feel something. Like, their comments determine your worth, who you are, and that's poison. Like, it destroys you.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's really sad that people go through that, and you know, it's hard. I know sometimes, like, yeah, older people are right, but sometimes, you know, they haven't experienced the kind of thing that these people have, right? This approval of other people through the internet and all this other stuff. But people like have so much anxiety these days, and depression is huge these days, and people like to, like, it's real. Like, people actually are depressed and anxious, and so many, like, I remember in grade, like, I had this project I had to do, I forgot which grade it was, but I had to do like a project on a drug, like a medical drug, so I chose I think it was Xanax, and it was a drug that's used to calm people down, and I forgot what the exact number was, but it was like millions. I think it was one of the more popular drugs and prescribed drugs in America. Like more and more people per year are relying on these drugs and all this stuff to help them.
When
And-
reality,
Go on.
they're taking the cure to the drug that's they're taking the cure to the drug to hold on, how am I gonna say this? They're taking the cure to the poison they inject in themselves every day. Holy shit, that's really good.
Whoa,
Holy crap. But yeah, they're causing their own depression and then taking the cure for it, you know?
Yeah, and people make fun of like natural ways of getting rid of. People make fun of, I think it's like some vegan lifestyle, some hippie vegan lifestyle to try and
like sage.
trying these teas and these hot warm remedies to try and calm yourself down and get rid of that headache. But then they go ahead and consume, and fall into the trap of the pharmaceuticals, and the billions of dollars are made.
I'm sorry, but that analogy that I made was actually insanely good.
Wait, when you search up people's names and it has like their famous quote?
Yeah.
That'll be you. Have that quote.
We take the cure for the poison we inject in ourselves every day. I feel like out of context though, that's like what?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Like,
But-
if you search up Bill Clinton, one of his famous things is like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, which is hilarious.
This is actually so funny. So we've been
I searched up Bill Clinton famous quotes. The first thing, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I hope my quote is something funny like that. That is so inspirational. I did not have a sexual relationship with that woman.
What were you saying before I cut you off?
So, the podcast has been going for an hour and 30 minutes now. And I ain't gonna lie, I have to pee really bad. But the thing is, we're gonna do this thing that we do with every single podcast guest we have on. We're gonna have a little freestyle against each other. And chat, you can dictate who has the better bars, but we're gonna go head to head.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with some J. Cole, Big Galaxy Brain, inspirational.
Yeah, you're gonna go J. Cole, but I'm going Kendrick Lamar.
Oh.
All right. So, do you want to start?
The only good hip hop artist.
All right. Who start? Okay. I guess I gotta start since I'm the
host.
The host. Okay.
All right.
His name is
like your quote or something.
Huh?
You're gonna put your quote, the poison thing, in there.
No. Oh no. All right. His name is Robbie. He carrying around a 9. He likes to eat curry all the time. Oh! All right, your turn.
All right.
It can kind of be a diss too. So, yeah.
No, I won't do diss. I'll do intellectual, deep rhymes. All right.
All right.
Let's see. Okay. So, YouTube is
Ooh.
a platform, many channels, many pathways, We have many platforms in the world. But there's only one thing that matters. Wait, no. I'm good with this.
You don't hear it, but I'm playing music in the background. Go.
All right. So, people have channels. Anthony Fantano, he wears his flannel. People are obsessed with these numbers. 1, 2, 3.
I ain't stressed.
He wants to pee. people are sad, people are mad, yet they don't understand that you just gotta turn a switch and make yourself rad.
Oh!
If you work hard and put your mind to it, you can do anything. You can prove it.
Damn.
Prove to people who said you would fail, but no, you prevail. You stick through the hardship, and then you earn that congratulations. Right? You step to that pedestal. You accept that medal. And people below you who aren't even on a pedestal, they'll mock you. They'll say that you're worth nothing. But 10 seconds ago, they were praising you. They were loving you. They mean nothing to you now. In the bin. In the bin. Like a tin. Tin.
And his dog.
Yeah, the
Somebody
white dog.
Yeah. I actually had a Tintin comics back in the day.
I used to read them in the library.
Yeah, me too. They were like Diary of the Wimpy Kid before that was a thing.
True.
Dude, that was heat, bro. All right, well, I think I'm gonna end the podcast here, guys. Robyo9, I just want to say it was a great ride doing YouTube with you for so long. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I know one day you're gonna come back, so I'm not even stressing about you quitting, dude. But you've always been. It was great having you as a YouTube friend, which leaded you to be a real friend.
Yeah, I mean, same goes for you. I mean, I don't know if I would ever come back to YouTube. I will be honest. No, I'm serious. I'm being honest here. I don't think I'm gonna come back to YouTube. I'll still be here, alive. But yeah, I mean, I have my own life. I have my future ahead of me, and you have your future ahead of us. And I can't wait to see how that unfolds. You know, you've offered good advice, like stuff like self-reflection, meditation. That stuff was, even though we didn't touch on that, it's very like it affected me. Like I took what you said and implemented it in my life, and I've seen it's made me feel better.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm actually a better person. But yeah, thank you for everything. Thank you for having me on the podcast.
Dude,
it means a lot.
It was great having you on the 33rd installment of the NP podcast. But this is definitely my favorite podcast. It was great having you on. But hey guys, don't worry. Robyo9 may never be coming back to YouTube, but that doesn't mean he's no longer my slave for being in my videos. He's still gonna show up in my videos, so don't worry about it.
We'll see.
No. You don't just get to quit being in my videos. That's not something you quit.
Well, it depends. If it's just like a basic gameplay video, sure. But most of the time, I don't know.
That's all the videos you have been in.
Yeah, but I don't think I'll be doing them. Like,
what?
Well, here's the thing. I'll do a video that's like a basic, like let's say COD Zombies playing Cold War.
Of course we're gonna do that.
But it won't be very frequent.
Well, of course we've never frequent with our collabs.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm ending here. I gotta piss. It's about to come out of my